Hey, what's up YouTube? It's Captain Jack. We're working on some changes on the setup today. There's a couple things in the background that we're over the past couple of months that we've needed to change and adjust. So we're going to be changing out a power strip. We're going to be adding a shelf, and we're going to be doing a couple other things today. So come along and follow me on the ride. All right, here we are at the setup, just taking a kind of look at everything, and there is some things that have changed since I made my setup video back in October, so I'll just kind of highlight some of that. We did pick up another new mouse, which is the G Pro X Superlight for some more competitive gaming. We got some new keycaps on the G915 TKL, went with all white keycaps here, went with the white backlighting to clean it up a little bit. Changed out the cell phone mount here. So this is the ESR hollow mount. That's the newest edition that came out at Christmas, and this is for my iPhone that I'm actually using to film. And then iPad Pro 11-inch. This has been extremely helpful. I picked, this was a gift from my wife, which is the Grogu, or the child as Lego likes to sponsor it, little Lego buddy here. So that lives on my desk. Absolutely love this. Picked up a PS5 controller so I can do some mobile gaming on the iPad or on the Apple TV if I'm gaming at all. And then picked up the neon Joy-Cons for the Switch. And so I have the extra Joy-Cons here on the comfort grip. And so what I want to do is I want to mount some of this stuff and replace some things. So let me just lift this monitor up here. So this power strip here that I showed in the video, it's starting to kind of fall off the board that I have here in the back. So what we're going to do is we're going to swap this out, and we're going to put in a new dedicated wall mount power strip. So that is this one here by Trond. So it actually has 4 holes in each one of the corners for dedicated wall mounting. So it's got 3 USB Type A's and 7 115 outlets. So it's plenty for what I'm using. I'm going a little overkill because I've got 2 of the Apple bricks. And then this is a gallium nitride charger. If you guys don't know what this thing is fantastic if you're doing lots of high voltage, high wattage charging. This thing weighs almost a pound. But it is super stout. So what's happening today is we're going to change out this power strip here. Then we are going to be adding over here to this side of the setup behind the monitor is we have the 2 the controller wall mounts up here at the very top and on here, and so we're going to be adding 2 more to the wall right here to be symmetrical and just line up with the entire setup, so then we can put in these 2 controllers as well. I have another shelf coming in as well that's going to go here across the top. So the goal is to try and get as much as I can off of the desk if possible. So the desk mount actually for my work from home laptop, I'm going to be putting that on top of the gaming PC underneath so that it gets off of the desk and out of the way, because then I can just quickly put the laptop on and pull it off when I don't need it. I don't have anywhere to put my pens or my Sharpies that I need for work. So there's that. I also have the multiple peripherals, so if I'm working from home or gaming or something like that and I need somewhere to put it, I need somewhere to move the keyboard. So right now the other keyboard is directly on top of the gaming PC, and I want to be able to have somewhere to put it that it's out of the way but not on the floor or on the other PC. So what I've got a shelf coming in that should be in here tomorrow, and then the secondary keyboard will go on the wall, as well as the MX Master and the other spare mouse for when I don't need it, so then I can easily go in between my peripherals and just clean the desktop. So let's get started, and we will mount the controllers first. All right, so we just need to mark out here where I put the controller hangers. So I just pulled the tape measure out and I measured. It's 3 3/4 to the top to this one and 10 3/4 to the top to this one. There's 16.5 inches between the 2 shelves. So we're just gonna go ahead and measure that out, mark it up, and then we'll use the laser to keep it in line so we know exactly where the center needs to go, and then we'll put them in place. using the laser. We got the two new mounts lined up and we are good to go. I'm going to go ahead and put everything back in place now. So we will take the Pro controller. This is going to stay permanently plugged in, so I did not want to mount it as the cord would not have been long enough. And then we're going to change a couple more things up. The Apple Watch charger that I had is coming out of the setup as I moved my old Apple Watch charger into my room so that I could charge differently. So we're going to go ahead and pull this out of the cable management and tidy this up. All right, so here is our finished product over here on the left-hand side of the desk. The Apple Watch has been removed. You may have seen some of the lights flickering. It's because I kept resetting the USB plug there, but all in all, it's all finished up and we can move on to the next part of the project. So now we can take off this giant mess and we'll install the other power strip. You know, of course, whenever you need to make a video, something has to go wrong. There's too many cables going down for me to pull the old cable back out. So, without giving too much away, I'm gonna pull this away for a cleaning and something special. So we'll just pull this out of the way so that we can keep on moving. So here's the dirty underbelly of the beast. We are getting the power cord out from this power strip right here. So that's what this is, and then that's wrapping into the battery backup. So let me try and finagle that out and then we can keep on moving. Voila, and now all of the cables are now routed back down. We're gonna go and pull a couple more cables through and make some other changes. But as you can see, this desk is absolutely filthy. I do have a dog and a cat. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna clean this up real quick, tidy it up since the Stream PC is out of the way, and come back. Editing magic is done. The trunk is completely reassembled. We've got the new power strip plugged in. We've got the controllers mounted over on the side, and then all of the Stream PC items are right here. Stay tuned. Hit the subscribe button because I've got a cleaning and an update of the Stream PC coming, and it's going to be really, really great. So we're wrapped up right here for the time being. We'll just gotta wait until tomorrow. We're gonna have the new shelf come in. I'm still working on how I wanna mount it. I have a pretty good idea in my head of what I'm gonna do, but there's gonna be a big shelf level in right here, and we'll wait until it comes in from Amazon tomorrow. Okay, so the other shelf from Amazon is finally here. I wanted something that I was able to put my extra keyboard, my extra mouse, things like that up and out of the way in between use. This also matches my other shelves that I have on the left-hand side that house my Nintendo Switch, PS4, things like that. So I wanted something that would fit that aesthetic. This is a 36-inch shelf, so it's a little bit larger than the other ones, but it should fit perfectly right in the middle. The space that I have from left to right is 6 feet, so I should be able to put it right in the middle, 18 inches on both sides. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to find out where one of the studs are. I'm going to mark the stud, and then I'll put a large construction screw in it. Maybe I'll be able to get 2 studs. We'll see, just depending on where it's at, because unfortunately the holes are pre-drilled in this. And I can't do anything about that. I could cover them up with like a little white sticky, but I don't know how well that's going to work. There is some white stickies that come in the container from Amazon. So if not, I'll just go ahead and put one in the stud, use 2 drywall screws for the other one, 1 5/8 drywall screws, just to give it some support. If it's not holding, then I can go move up to an anchor from there. But 1 stud should be just fine. I'm really not putting anything too heavy on the shelf. So let's find the stud. We will anchor it to the wall, and then we can put everything in place, and then that should wrap up our desk upgrades. Well, unfortunately, I don't think I'm going to be able to actually hit a stud. So we've got one here, one over there, and then this one right here, and that doesn't line up with any of them. So probably what I'm going to do is I'll just use the drywall anchors. These are the ones that come with it, but that is so overkill for what I'm using this shelf for. So what I'm going to do is I've got some regular smaller ones that I'm just going to use to tap into the wall. And it's much smaller than what this is. I'll probably still use these countersunk screws though, because those are a good size, and they'll probably match the board. But yeah, we're not going to use these anchors. Those are way too big, and I also don't kind of trust the Amazon quality of these. So we'll use some quality stuff that I have from the hardware store and get these mounted. Okay, so I found the drywall anchors I'm gonna use. These are them. They're pretty simple, nothing too crazy fancy, but the screws are gonna work perfectly for my intended use. So I will use the included screws that come with the shelf itself, but I will be using much smaller anchors because I do not need anything nearly that size. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and mark, again, just mark the height. The laser right here is actually, I believe that should be 18 inches. I'm gonna go pull the tape measure out, but if that's the right exact spot, then what I'm gonna do is just mark that so I know where I need to put the edge of the shelf, and then I will just use my regular level and put it right here on the shelf itself whenever I'm getting ready to mount it, so that I know exactly where everything is. Thankfully, this little candle that I have is the perfect height for right where I want to put it, because in this way I have the Go XLR that can tuck up underneath that. Same thing here with my Elgato Stream Deck. Everything can just tuck right up underneath it. It's not too low, and then it's also not too tall where I'm not hitting the board. So then if I want to take my iPad and put my iPad and rest it up on this board here, then I can actually take it, rest it on the board, and it'll actually sit underneath that so I can get it up and out of the way. So this candle just happens to be the perfect height for exactly where I want to put it. So let's go ahead and mark this out. We'll get it mounted. We'll just use the pre-cut out holes to mark on the wall where we're going to put our anchors. We'll drill the holes for our anchors, and then we'll go ahead and mount it. So let's little time lapse here. So I'm finally able to do the things that I really needed to do, which is try and get some of these peripherals. I just didn't want to put the peripherals on the ground or lean them up on anything or rest them on the gaming PC. So now I can actually take these and put them up here exactly where I wanted them to go. We'll get the MX Master 3 up there. We can do the G502 up on this side. We have a little pencil holder that goes right here as well as my scissors that I have for normal use. And then we have our Stream Deck up over here right next to the Go XLR. We can just keep it tucked right there. I've got my candle, my iPad is sitting right here on my desk ready to go for whenever I need it, but everything is nice, neat, tidy. I can even put this up here if I need to or move it out of the way. But now I finally have the options available so that I can change some things around on my desk, and I dare say I think it looks pretty decent. Let me pull the monitors down and we'll see how that looks. Well, all right, with the monitors down, I am extremely happy with the way everything looks right here. With the Go XLR and the Stream Deck just fit right underneath it. I'm able to keep everything I need to on my desk without it looking too cluttered, in my opinion. The candle comes and goes, the iPad comes and goes as well, but I'm able to actually keep what I need on my desk, and I can kind of be convert from one setup to another depending on my workload throughout the day and the week. So again, just very happy with the way everything looks. Also, something I forgot to mention, I found this desk-mounted cup holder on Amazon. I will put it in the description, but I am just so happy with the way it looks. It just kind of blends in with all the white and everything else right here. It's very, very sturdy. It'll actually move my entire desk, and this is holding a 40-ounce Arctic. I am not afraid that my drinks are going to spill out of this for any reason, so very happy with that purchase. So that is going to wrap up our little setup refresh for spring of 2022. After changing around some things, I'm really happy with the way it came out. There's some stuff that's just quality of life changes that are just kind of overdue. I've got a couple more things planned in the future. We'll kind of see how this works out for now and if I want to change anything else. A setup is never ever done. Everything is always changing, always evolving. Whenever you watch Setup Wars from Tech Source, if you watch Room Tour Project from Random Frank P, you watch the reactions from J2 Sensor, Bitwit, anything like that, you always get inspiration from all these different setups. And for me, it's no different for anybody else. I always find something else that I'm like, ooh, that's really cool, or I'd like to do that. Maybe I can tweak that a little bit and see how this goes. I'm definitely not a minimalist. That's not who I've ever claimed to be. Being a power user is something that I believe in, core at the heart. If I can do something efficiently or have extra headroom for something else I want to try in the future, I'm always going to be pushing for that. So I'm very happy with the way things have turned out right here. If you like what you saw in the video or anything like that, go ahead and hit the like button. It's much appreciated. It helps the video reach out to more and more people, and it's helping the channel grow. If you like this type of content, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. I've got some really great content coming up as far as the cleanup for the gaming PC. It breaks down how I clean it, everything else like that. And I also have a stream rig refresh as well that you will not want to miss. It's going to be such a great build. I'm so excited for that. But anyways, if you want to get in contact with me anywhere else, you can if you want to get in contact with me anywhere else, you can find links to my Instagram and Twitter down in the description, as well as if you want to join the Discord to play some games, talk tech, anything else, buy, sell. I always post giveaway links in there as well, because it's not just, you know, you can always win all kinds of stuff on the internet. Between Asus or Bauer, they have some really great giveaways going on right now here in the beginning of April 2022. So I post giveaway links there as well on my Discord. So the link is in the description. Other than that, have a great day, guys. Catch you later. Bye.